Amy, Wes and Rufus, and this is our floating home Gigi. And together we've been exploring the UK for 3.5 years.
Come on, Wes, we're outside.
Recently we made our way onto the Gloucester and Sharpness Canal, and we made some pretty quick progress to the end, where we saw a bunch of cool stuff and even made friends with a giant ship as it went out to sea.
We waited!
But now, as we make our way back up the canal, it's time to relax and return to a slower pace of life at last. Well, that was the plan anyway.
Morning.
So we've had some not good news.
And it's a rubbish day, and we were hoping to just stay on this canal for like a few days, slowly making our way up each time and just chill. But because of this news, it's changed a lot of our plans, and we're going to have to basically cover a lot of ground to get off the Severn in the next 3 or 4 days. So
It's going to be a lot of intense cruising in a lot of bad weather, but we haven't really got a choice.
we'll update you a little bit later on what's going on, but for now we just got to get there.
Saying goodbye to our mooring. We were really hoping to have for like a week.
Although our time on this canal has been quite short, we've really enjoyed our stay. It's a lovely rural and peaceful canal with lots of interesting sights along the way, and we can't wait to come back when the new connection is made.
Rufus refuses to be inside.
He's sticking it out, mate. Thank you. Sorry for dragging you out. Well, we made it back to Gloucester Docks in, I think it was exactly 4 hours, which is kind of quick because it's 16 miles and it was absolutely chucking it down, but we just powered through and got it done.
All the bridge keepers smashed it.
Yeah.
They said, where are you going? And we told them we were going to the docks, so every single bridge was pretty much ready to go when we got there.
Yeah, and we weren't expecting to be back here this soon, but we've got like a prescription and stuff to pick up from town, so we may as well make the most of that. And then tomorrow, bright and early, back down onto the River Severn and go in. So we can't go out onto the River Severn today, so we may as well take the rest of the day to just try and
chill and prepare for the next 4 days of quite intense cruising.
Seems to have stopped raining at least. Just jinxed it though, eh? Rufus did really well too, given that it was a little bit hectic. He just sat out in the rain.
He did come in for a couple of hours while you were inside though, at least.
Yeah, we just did shifts. And hopefully this cone will be fully off tomorrow. Eh? Boop.
It's okay.
Alright. We tried to go out.
De-stress a little bit.
Tried to get a prescription, I didn't have it. Apparently there's another national shortage.
Rufus, it's okay, I know.
And then got caught in a thunderstorm, so we're really not catching a break.
I'm soaked.
Again.
Rufus is not happy about the thunder.
Oh. Good morning. It is time to leave the Gloucester and Sharpness Canal completely. We're going out Gloucester Lock and up the River Severn. A little bit anxious because on the way in it was really horrible.
We're going against the flow this time, which means that we'll be slow, but we should have more control.
Yeah.
And once we're out of this bit where the weir is, we'll be pretty much fine because there's no other weirs that are close.
Yeah, so the main thing should just be that it might be a bit boring.
We're going to Upton today. Well, at least that's the plan.
Yeah, which is 20 miles upstream of the Severn, which is a long day. Let's go. Just waiting to go in the lock, but we can't see a lock keeper. We're definitely within 8 and 6.
I went round this morning about 20 minutes ago, and no one was there, so I just assumed, oh, he might have been making a coffee or something, but I can't believe this.
We're on quite a tight schedule because we've got about 8 hours to do, and the moorings at Upton. We need time in case there's no space because there's not that many there, and there's very few moorings on the Severn, but the Lockie's just not showed up for work.
That's what we're guessing has happened anyway, because I called the number that's the office that's literally there. It rung out like 3 times, and then I rung like the general CRT number, and the lady was like, oh yeah, on everything we can see, he should be there at work right now. So she's having to like ring the area manager, his manager, to see, because I think these are employees, they're not volunteers, to see why he hasn't turned up for work.
I'm going to go walk around to the lift bridge because there's normally a separate guy in there, and I think they both know how to do the lock, so well, maybe they know something. I don't know. I'll go have a look.
Well, a little bit annoying, not gonna lie. The guy that operates the lock had to go to the doctor's. I think he's just got a doctor's appointment. So the guy that operates the swing bridge, which is here, is covering for him. But we've been on this lock landing for ages. We beeped. We was hovering in front of the gate. His office is there. So like direct line of sight.
Okay, I think he's on his way now, so we should be able to get going. I think we've still got time, it's just not ideal.
Also, it's quite dangerous, because imagine if we were coming the other way and we wanted to get in the lock, and there's a number that you call, which is the number that I've been ringing and obviously is in that office and no one's answering. What if you just need letting in the lock and you can't because no one's answered and you have to deal with what we just dealt with? You're stuck down there on the wall. Well, He's here, he's walked around. It has been
An hour.
pretty much an hour and 5 minutes since we've been here waiting on the lock landing, but it's fine.
He was still really nice. I don't know, he just didn't see us.
Going down the scary lock, well, onto the scary bit, but that's not actually scary.
No, it's not scary, it's fine. Doesn't help that all these sorts of things use the most intimidating alarm noises just to really shake up the anxiety. There we go. Oh wow, this empties fast. Look at the speed of that. That is not sped up. There we go. It is very quick on the way down. I'm having flashbacks to Limehouse Lock. It's very unhelpful. But this is alright, this is steady. Lockie's in there letting the next lock know that we're on our way. I am quite anxious for this next bit. The gates are opening. There it is. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to punch it. And if anything, aim at the wall. Come on, GG. Try and build up a bit of speed out of the lock.
The flow is going to push us that way.
I can feel it pulling. But it's okay.
Quite a fast flow down there.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to avoid. You can tell because Gigi's at an angle.
Yeah. It should be now, like the further we go this way, the less the flow is, I think.
Bye, Gloucester!
Oh, we did it.
That's the scariest bit of the day done.
Yeah.
The dreaded wall.
Yeah. It still is not flowing as quickly as what we had to reverse against though. It was really scary.
Yeah, the sign is there, but that was the wall that we weren't sure about. That one looks more moorable, but in hindsight, it seems like that one is okay.
Bye, Gloucester. So far so good. I think we're nearly at the end of the parting, which is the most flowy, narrow channel bit. Then after that, I'm hoping we'll be able to go a little bit quicker and start heading up the main bit of the Severn towards Upper Load Lock and Tewkesbury. Going all right. I don't feel like we're really having to push against much of a current anymore. And the weather, I'll take it. It's kind of that really fine mist rain that gets everything wet but doesn't feel like rain. But it isn't rain. So, swings and roundabouts really. Nearly there, Amy.
This is the parting where we had to call the lockkeeper. So that means we are now here. And all we've got to do, all of this page, all of this page to here.
So basically we've done about 2.5 miles, so we've got 17 and a half to go.
Not too bad to be fair, and it's 11:12.
Okay.
So our behind scheduleness because of the lock shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
Which one?
Hopefully.
We're on to the big bit now. Excuse my hat, it's raining and I don't want my hair to drip. We should be able to go a bit faster now because that was the channel where the flow was like affecting us the most.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's the last weir for a little while. So that means we should be able to just go a bit faster now.
Yeah, it's wider, it's deeper. That's normally two things that allow you to go a bit quicker.
I think I can already tell we are.
Yeah, feels it. This absolute monstrosity of a ship is going to have to go down the partings where we've just come up, where it is probably about as wide as that boat.
What would we have done if we would have met it the other way?
I don't know. But if it was half an hour later, we would have met it like on that corner. Pretty cool though, isn't it? Look at the size of it. Edward Elgar. Wow.
That would be a cool holiday, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There must be the bedrooms down below, and then you've got like a restaurant up top.
I wonder how far it goes then. It must just go up and down the Severn and then into the docks. Well, if anyone's ever been on that, let us know what it's like, 'cause that looks so cool.
Edward Elgar, Gloucester. Cool.
At last. Unfortunately, so has quite a lot of wind.
You can't tell because Wes hasn't got any hair, but it is really windy.
Amy's gone up to the bow to roll up the blinds because they're flying around everywhere. At one point we also saw the little blind thing that we've got in the bedroom fly out the side as well, so we thought we should probably go and sort that. Plus it's just something to do because, like we said, it's very beautiful and everything, but it is just quite boring. I can't really put my finger on why, because other bits similar to this feel more interesting. I think it's just because you feel like you go quite slow, nothing really to look at. There's no locks, well, there's very few locks, which I'm quite glad about, but at the same time they give me something to do, so yeah, nearly at the lock though, I think.
The wind detector is saying it's quite a windy day.
So we have made it to Upperload Lock. Just got to go through this, it's the last lock of the day. And then we're at Tewkesbury, and then after that it's New Waters.
Yeah, we've done pretty well, because that's about 14 miles we've done in 3 hours, which was a lot quicker than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we were expecting it to take at least like 8 hours today in total. But the lock keeper said like 4.5, so we were like, no way, but it's seeming.
Maybe. The parting was definitely the slowest bit, but since then it's been pretty alright, pace-wise.
Oh, we got a green light and the gates are open.
I'm assuming that means we just go in.
We're going upstream this time, but as you can see, not by much. That's all we need to go up.
In we go into the giant lock. It's funny because the shape of this is really similar to the ship lock that we saw going at a sharp nets, but it's like a smaller version of it. It's the same like structure. Interesting. Nice.
Right then. Okay, all set?
Yeah, all ready. Thank you. There we go, all done.
That was an easy one.
That was such a smooth lock.
Thank you.
Last lock of the day done. Now we've got about 6 or 7 miles to Upton, which is where we want to moor tonight. So far the weather and our sort of timing seems pretty good, so fingers crossed we'll be able to moor then. We'll just have a bit of time to either chill or maybe even get to wander around the town before everything shuts. The lock keeper at that lock though is so good. Given that it is a little bit of a scary river, and if you're coming off the Avon, it's the first lock that you do on the Severn. He's so nice at like explaining everything and making you feel like safe. The weather now couldn't be more different from the last couple of days though, because it's so hot now.
Hey, don't jinx it. Oh, danger, danger.
Danger, 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 danger. Safety. So we're coming up to the turning off to the River Avon that way, towards Tewkesbury where we came from. But this time we're going that way. We're carrying on up the River Severn towards Worcester.
This is right, isn't it? Going this way.
I think so. Gloucester down there, and hopefully this will say Worcester. Oh, time to reveal. Oh, it's actually quite hard to see. Yay! Bye River Avon. Bye. Bit towards Gloucester. Hello, new waters. So apparently, this bit of the River Severn is pretty much untouched because there's not really any buildings and stuff. Well, that one, that's to do with water. But there's not really many buildings and that along it. So they haven't had to do like work on it to get it to do what they want. So it's pretty much just as nature's done it itself. We're also coming up to My Bridge, which was built in 1826. It's 170 foot long, made out of cast iron.
Who built it?
Tommy T. Tommy T.
Tommy Telford.
Thomas Telford.
The legend. This must be like Severn Water. Like there's one of the big water companies in England, and I can smell like clean water, and it must be where they provide like drinking water from all the houses. It's a complete guess, but I'm pretty sure that's what it must be doing.
There it is, My Bridge. Lucas is defending us from the waves.
He doesn't like the waves.
Come on.
All right, mate. You didn't want to wave to me.
Finally see Upton, and we can also see quite a few boats. It looked like on the maps that there wasn't that many moorings, so we're really hoping that there's something, because if we can't stop here it's like another 10 miles to Worcester, and I don't think we've even got enough daylight to do that.
I also haven't got 10 miles in me, I'm so tired.
Yeah, so fingers crossed we can get in somewhere, but just look busy. We're so tired.
Please be So we're coming into Upton now. This is our backup, which isn't great because it's just a wall.
It's just a wall with the occasional thing you might be able to get a rope around.
Pete and Caroline are over there on the official visitor moorings, and they think that we'll be able to fit next to them. So that's the plan.
Yeah, they've tested it with a barge pole for us and they've said it should be deep enough, so fingers crossed.
So we're going to try and fit the other side of this pontoon. We're going here.
Don't like this river.
Well, that didn't go to plan. We couldn't get back enough to pull it round, and the flow was just pushing the bow.
It actually took quite a few attempts to get onto the mooring. The pontoon was a little bit awkward and the water was flowing quite quickly. I could see large rocks under the water by the bank and I was desperately trying not to crash into any of the other boats. It felt more and more stressful the longer it went on. But thanks to some great teamwork and several manoeuvres later, we eventually made it onto the mooring in one piece. Oh. Well, that was another horrible river experience. Wasn't as bad, but it was still quite scary because we just couldn't get the boat in and round because the current was just trying to take us back downstream. So I went back out on my own on the boat to try and turn round and drive in. But even then, like trying to drive in, the stern just kept swinging around, getting dragged by the current. So in the end, I managed to drive forwards again after being spun totally round and reverse in, and then Amy, Caroline and Pete just grabbed the ropes and just pulled us in as quickly as possible. So Pete and Caroline, if you see this, thank you so much. If you didn't already know, they've got a channel. Go and subscribe to them because that would have been way worse without them.
It was a tricky manoeuvre at the best of times, and I think this river is one of those rivers where the flow doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
When you're on the move or when you look at it, but there must be some undercurrent flow because it is actually quite, like, we've never experienced a river like this. Like, all the rivers we've been on have been
Pretty nice.
in the summer, have been pretty, like, they don't really move. Even the Thames, like, you just hover pretty much, whereas this one, if you let go or stop the engine, you're going.
The only time I've ever felt like that was when we crashed on trying to get onto the Erewash Canal. But it is scary because you realise that the river's got more control of your boat than you do, and you're just kind of fighting with it and kind of hoping you can get what you need to do done. I can't wait to get off this river. I don't like it.
I'm just going to zone out for the next 3 hours. Right, everything's probably closing soon, but let's have a little look around.
Just an example of the River Severn's shenanigans. This is the pillar that the floating pontoons are on. People have written how high the water's gotten. So that was May 2004.
That was 2006. Right at the top. Someone put I win. Flood level 07.
Wow. And in terms of GG, that's about here. Compared to that. Right, let's have a little pootle.
Try and decompress, de-stress a bit.
Ready for more stress tomorrow. Welcome to Upton.
I think it's a very farmery town.
Desperate need to pick me up.
Got us a fork.
Yeah. We did it.
We don't like to be negative about places. We are excited to get off the River Severn. Not really enjoying it, to be honest.
It's boring but also scary.
Yeah.
After a quick whip around the town, that evening we met up with Caroline and Pete. We met at this really cool pub, chatted away about our time on the Gloucester and Sharpness and River Severn. It helped us to reset, ready for what's about to come. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything.
Shout out to our chip pals on Patreon as always. Thank you. Check us out on our socials and we will see you next time.